Welcome back to video number 20, if you can believe it, of the Hubbard family clan of Clay County, where we are looking at the generations of the Hubbard family from the 800s, the early 800s, up until now. We've been covering the last few weeks our grandmother, Lena Gray. Been covering her side of the family starting last week. So this week we'll continue on, and here's a video about that. Off with Thomas Gray, and that was unfortunately as far as we could go with the Gray, actual Gray name. Marion Fraser, his wife, her father was Alexander Asa Fraser, born in 1777, Pennsylvania, died in 1853 in Tennessee. His wife, all we know is her name was Elizabeth Lowe. Joseph Bolin, we don't have any information on him, or his wife, Nancy Wine. Don't have any information on William Henson, her fourth great-great-grandparent. His wife, Nancy Jacobs. Her father was Henry Jacobs, born May 21st, 1722 in Salem, Massachusetts, died in 1772 in Hardeman County, Tennessee. His wife was Margaret Southwick, and she was born in 1734 in Salem, Massachusetts, died about 1817 in Philadelphia. Thomas T. Smith III, his father was Thomas Smith II, born in 1710 in St. Paul's Parish, Kent, Maryland, died in 1800 in South Carolina, so 90 years old. His wife was Eleanor Davis. She was born in 1712 in Maryland, and according to this, she died August the 30th, 1830 in Pennsylvania. So she would have been 118, so probably a little off on the date there. Moving on, Eunice Lewis, her father was Elias Lewis Sr., born in Washington County in 1730 in Rhode Island, and died in 1814 in Washington County, Rhode Island. His wife, Susanna Price Reynolds Lewis, born in 1726 in Washington, Rhode Island, died in 1824 in Washington, Rhode Island. Again, if these dates are right, she would have been 98. So that's a good long-lived life. Richard Lucas, another one of our fourth grandparents. His father was William Lucas, that's all we know. His mother was Esther Copson, born in New Jersey. Said she's still living, but I would doubt that, as this would have been in the late 1700s. His wife, Elizabeth Biggs, her fourth great-great-grandmother. Her father was Richard Biggs, born in 1754 in Hugh Endon, Buckinghamshire, England. Died in 1818, Cecil County, Maryland. His wife was Sarah Price. She was born in Cecil County, Maryland in 1766, died 1822 in Philadelphia. We have no information on John Raciner, but his wife, Jane Redmond. Her father was George Redmond Sr., born in 1789 in Virginia, and died in 1843 in Clay County. His wife was Kesey Ford, born in Buckingham, Virginia, and died in Polk County, Oregon. So I guess she made the Oregon Trail, and she made it out there after her husband passed away. So moving on to the sixth great-great-grandparents, Alexander Fraser. His father was Alexander Frazier Sr., born February the 8th, 1755 in Virginia, died 1826 in Tennessee. His wife, Judith Mitchell, born in 1750 in Bedford, Virginia, died in 1839 in Tennessee. Elizabeth Lowe, her father was Samuel Lowe, and that's all the information we have on him, except we do have his parents and so forth. His wife was Mary Ann Dennis, born in 1755 in Halifax, Virginia, and died in 1859 in Pike County, Kentucky. Henry Jacobs' father was John Jacobs, not John Jacobs Jingleheimer Smith, but John Jacobs, born in 1680 in Salem, Massachusetts, died in 1764 in Salem, Massachusetts. His wife was Lydia Cook, born in 1687 in Essex, Salem, Massachusetts, died January 31st, 1733 in Salem, Massachusetts. Might have been a witch, you never know. Henry Jacobs' wife, Margaret Southwick, her father was Abraham Southwick, born July 27, 1696 in Salem, Massachusetts, and died in 1769 in Salem, Massachusetts. Thomas Smith, we don't have any information on his father, or Eleanor Davis, his wife, we don't have any information on her. Elias Lewis Sr., his father was Daniel Lewis, born in March 23rd, 1705 in Westerly, Rhode Island, and died in 1740 in Westerly, Rhode Island, 35 years old, so pretty young. His wife was Martha Prosser Maxon. She was born in 1704 in Washington, Rhode Island, Washington County. Died in 1804 in Hopkinton, Washington County, Rhode Island. So she lived to be just a little over 100 there. So that's another good long life. Susanna Reynolds, Elias Lewis's wife, her father was Zacchaeus Reynolds, born about 1700 in Rhode Island and died in 1758 in Rhode Island. His wife was Susanna Maxon, and that's about all we have on her. William Lucas or Esther Copson, our fifth great grandparents there, we don't have any information on either one of them, nor Richard Briggs, the father of Elizabeth Briggs, but his wife, Sarah Price, her father was William Ward, born in March 19, 1727 in Maryland, and died in May of 1776 in Maryland. So maybe they're in the start of the Civil War, or the Revolutionary War. His wife, Rebecca Davis, she's born December 17th, 1737 in St. Stephen's Parish in Maryland, and died on the 29th of February, so she died on leap year day, 1776 in Cecil, Maryland. George Redmond, no information on his parents. His wife, Kesey Ford, Keziah Ford, however you pronounce that. Her father was Peter Jacob Ford, born in 1759 in Buckingham, Virginia, and died in 1845 in Monroe County, Missouri. Her mother was Lucretia Maxey, born in 1761 in Buckingham, Virginia, and died in 1845 in Monroe County, Missouri, so 84 years old there. One more generation, I think we'll wrap it up for this week. Alexander Frazier's father was John S. William Frazier, born in Inverness, Scotland in 1730 and died in 1799 in South Carolina. His wife was Lydia Riddle. She's born in North Carolina in 1740 and died in 1800 in South Carolina. Judith Mitchell, Alexander Fraser's wife. Her father was William Mitchell, born in 1725 in North Carolina, died in 1796 in North Carolina. His wife was Elizabeth Rose Jenkins, born in 1725 in North Carolina, and died in 1760 in North Carolina. So he didn't live very long, 35. Samuel Lowe, I don't have any information on him specifically, but his dad was Peter Pryor Lowe, born in 1703 in Charles, Maryland, and died in 1785 in Amherst, Virginia. His wife, all we know is that her name was Margaret. Samuel's wife, Mary Ann, her father was Joseph George Mallet Dennis Jr., born in 1730 in Virginia and died in July 26, 1794 in Virginia. His wife was Mary Ann Combs Dennis. She was born in 1730 in Norfolk, Virginia, and died in 1791 in Matt Jackson, Tennessee. We had no information on John Jacobs or Lydia Cook or Abraham Southwick or Sarah, his wife. Daniel Lewis, his father was Daniel Lewis, and that's all we know about him. His mother was Mary Maxon, born in 1664 in Westerly, Rhode Island, and died in 1713 in Rhode Island. Martha Maxon, Daniel Lewis's wife, her name was Martha Prosser Lewis Maxon, so I guess she got married a couple times. Her father was John Prosser, and her mother was Ruth Ann Ellis Leatherwood, born in April 15, 1683 in Annapolis, Maryland, died 31st of March, 1730 in Westerly, Rhode Island. Zacchaeus Reynolds, we didn't have any information on him or his wife, Susanna Maxon. William Ward, his father was Colonel John Theophilus Ward, born in 1692 in Earlville, Maryland, and died in 20th of May, 1734 in Maryland. His wife, Rebecca, or his mother was Susanna Beasy, and that's all we have on her. His wife, Rebecca Davis, her father was Thomas R. Davis, born May the 4th, 1698 in Cecil, Maryland, and died in 1764 in Cecil, Maryland. His wife, Rebecca Davis, born 17th of December, 1714 in St. Stephen's, Cecil County, Maryland, died December 1792 in Cecil County, Maryland. Going on, Peter Jacob Ford, his father was Peter Pierre Ford, born in January 11, 1734 in King William Parish, Virginia, and died in 1801 in Madison County, Kentucky. His wife, Judith Ann Maxey Ford, was born in Manikintown, Virginia, and died 1801 in Goochland County, Virginia. Peter Jacob Ford's wife, Lucretia Maxey, her father was Nathaniel Edward Maxey, born 6 July 1736 in Goochland, Maryland, Virginia. Sorry about that. And was died at 26 September 1803 in Buckingham, Virginia. His wife was Ruth Elizabeth Ford, born 14th February 1745, St. Valentine's Day, and King William, Virginia, and died in 1780 in Buckingham County, Virginia. So only 35 years old there. So that takes us to the 5th, 6th, and 7th generation of the Gray side of the family. These are all Mamaw Hubbard, all her ancestors. So, like I say, we're quarter Hubbard, quarter Gray, and a quarter, of other things. Our mother's Centers and a Bargo. So we're going back through the Gray side now. So that'll do it for this week. Okay. Well, hopefully you found out some information there that you didn't know as we continue to move back through Mamaw Hubbard's side of the family. Not a lot of information about the Gray family itself, but a lot of information on the other parts of the family. So I hope you got something out of that. This week's sponsor, a little bit unusual, not gonna beat around the bush, but just please watch their message and support them if you can.
Introducing the Ancient Order of Pest Slayers. Tired of rats invading your home? Meet our elite team of grandmothers, honed by centuries of experience, who squeeze the life out of mice, rats, and all other vermin. Forget traps and poisons. These grannies mean business. Ready to reclaim your home? Call the Ancient Order today.
Okay, well, hope you enjoyed that message. Kind of strange, but hey, things are real. So we gotta make the best of what we got. Just hope everybody enjoyed this week's video. Hope you're having a good life. I want to thank my mother, or want to give out shout to my mother, Edith Smallwood. She's the big 9-0 this week, and on Monday, 24th. So if you see her, wish her a happy birthday, and hope that you have a great day. Stay safe, stay well, but whatever you do, stay Hubbard. Peace out. Have a great day.